Previously on One Step Beyond.
I really don't know what to do. Should I finish this trip? Or does it matter? Does it matter? I think it will matter to me. If I don't, I think I have to do it, but I really don't. Really don't know what to do. I'm out of money again because I've spent all my money on medical treatment, and I need to use a lot of energy to keep going and to make money along the way. Aside from the medical stuff, aside from the pain and all that, it would take a lot of energy and effort anyway. So what am I to do? There's no way I can go home. There is no way I can let myself finish.
Connected.
One step beyond.
After months of treatment, rehab, and soul searching, I got bored and returned to Rhonda. I'm finally back on the road after what seems an eternity of injury and recovery time. The last few months have not been fun, but these unfortunate circumstances have led to the rather wonderful accident of being in British Columbia for the fall. Rather than worry about the snow and try to race across Canada, I made the decision to check out this exceptional part of the world at my own pace and stop when the snow forced me off the road. I had one minor adjustment to make. I wanted something that would carry my tripod and make it easily accessible, just in case I ran into any interesting wildlife on my travels. With a little help from Ryan and his workshop, he's a chopper rider, but don't hold it against him, we came up with using a sewage pipe and some end caps, with an old belt and some pretty tape to bling it up a bit. So here she is after 11 days on the road, my handcrafted Louis Vuitton luggage. As it turns out, my new luggage wasn't just good for carrying tripods. Oh yeah. And so, armed with bear spray, backroad maps, tent, and a budget of $50 a day, I headed out into the wilds of the Canadian Rockies in search of dirt roads and grizzly bears. Canada is an expensive country, with BC often said to stand for bring cash. I wanted to see if I could live on such a small budget, whilst checking out some of its famous and less travelled roads. The budget was low, but the feeling of adventure had returned and was coursing through my veins once more. I was back on the road. I'd been told by many Canadians that the Icefields Parkway was a must-ride here in Canada, and so I would ride to Clearwater and camp before crossing the border into Alberta to go see for myself. As I rode north along the forest trails and climbed higher into the Rockies, I wondered if I'd left it too late. The weather was unpredictable, and by the time I'd reached Jasper, the nighttime temperatures were reaching -5.
It's too cold out there. I just got up and come back to bed, made a coffee and come back to bed. It's so cold. It's below freezing, but I've no idea what temperature it is exactly. But yeah, it's a bit of an altitude, Jasper, I guess, so it's gonna be cold. But yeah, it was pretty cold last night too. I was tossing and turning a lot, but mostly because of my shoulders. I think the sleeping bag's not done too badly, but now I've been out there, my feet are frozen. So nice coffee. I've got the fire going out there. That should warm up soon. and then we'll start the day maybe in an hour or so.
I kept pushing north and was careful to keep stretching and walking at every stop to make sure I didn't quickly undo the work of the last few months. I was loving riding again, and I didn't want anything to ruin it. I even exercised my voice.
I'm gonna take it on the other side. Chili peppers!
Riding was cold, so sometimes I stopped to let the sun warm me, sometimes I stopped for a fire. And other times, I just jumped around on the side of the road like an idiot. The roads were certainly worth it, and the Icefields Parkway lived up to its hype. I stopped regularly to take pictures, or just to sit and breathe it all in. A ride that was doable in 4 hours effortlessly became 7, and I loved every second. After the Parkway, it was time to head south again, stopping in the old mining and railway towns. These trains can stretch as long as 5 kilometres. As always, sticking to a low budget was challenging, but there are many ways to keep the costs down, and most of them add to the adventure. Camping in BC is easy. There are lots of sites and quiet spots, particularly at this time of year. I love finding my private space, setting up camp and getting the fire going. Just me and Rhonda. Of course, you can always couch surf on the really cold days. Toad Rock Bikers Campsite, just outside Caslow, was a great find. Here I swapped my tent for a cabin. No electricity or heat, but a very comfy bed.
This looks good. Oh.
Of course, BC is best known for its friendly inhabitants. It was easy to make friends.
We'll have no problem here. No, we won't.
I mean, this place is amazing. It could take me all day to do 50 miles because there's so many things to check out. There's trails everywhere. You've just got to stop and turn off and check it out. The scenery is just beautiful. Rivers everywhere. Snow-capped mountains. I mean, come on, what's not to like about British Columbia? Problem was, I was still obsessed with bears. So I'm on my friend's deck scouting for bears because apparently there's loads in the area. There's signs up everywhere saying bear in the neighbourhood. People are seeing 3 or 4 a day. There's one up in the tree over there most evenings. Not when I'm here. I searched high, I searched low. I've got my bear spray, still no sign of bears. So I walk along the path, past the hospital, down into town. 10 minutes later he sends me a message with a picture of a bear meandering down the path that I've just walked down 10 minutes ago. He says, "Bear at the hospital." I searched rivers, lakes and valleys, but nowhere could I find a bear. It's becoming a bit of a joke now. It's actually, people find it hilarious that I haven't seen one. I'm not finding it so funny.
Bear! I've got cheese!
Cheese. Do like my cheese. Great end to this film if I could just get a footage of a bear.
Look at that rainbow.
hear is the odd duck or the odd jumping fish. And you can see salmon in the river just floating around. I still haven't seen any bears.
There's something to do with my Welsh blood. They can sense the danger, maybe.
A bear's up there. I kind of half expecting a little dancing bear to come behind me now. Da da da! But well, my GPS is confused, but I think I'm okay. I think I know where I'm going. I don't really care if I'm going the wrong way. This is a great ride. Well, from beautiful dirt tracks to beautiful tarmac. Oh, can this day get any better? I don't think so. There's Kootenay Lake. Yee-ha-ha! I think I've said yee-haw too many times today. But what the hell? Yee-haw. And so in this expensive part of the world, I managed to stick to my budget of just $50 a day through camping, couch surfing, and a little help from the friends I met along the way. But I didn't reach all my goals. Well, we made it up to the snow line, but the track gets really like sheet ice and really steep and really narrow after this point. We're only 3 kilometers away from the peak, but unfortunately I'm not going to risk it on my own. Coming down is going to be pretty dodgy, so nice ride up, but no cigar today. Unfortunately, the same could be said for the bears.